Well, hello and welcome to the Azadi Stadium as the knockout stages of the AFC Champions League Elite officially start here. Esteghlal, twice former champions of Asia, taking on Al-Nassr of Saudi Arabia, a club looking to lift the trophy for the first time, but once again reach the quarterfinals as they did last season before they were beaten by the eventual winners Al-Ain of the UAE. Well, the defending champions didn't make it past the league stage this time around, so there will be no defence of their title. The incentive for the last 16 on this occasion is to make it through to the quarterfinals, which will all be held at a central venue in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia from the 25th of April to the final on the 4th of May. An exciting climax ahead, but will it be Esteghlal of Iran or Al-Nassr of Saudi Arabia who makes it through? We've had a little bit of an insight out to how it might go. They've already met the once in the league stage this season. That was in neutral Dubai, though. It went down as an away win for Al-Nassr, an Aymeric Laporte goal late on, giving Al-Nassr the victory in that one. Laporte not involved today, though, not a member of the squad. And neither is Cristiano Ronaldo. A slight knock keeping him out of this one, but he is expected to return for the second leg next week. Terrific atmosphere inside the Azadi Stadium. Esteghlal have had an awful season domestically. They're 9th in the table, 19 points off the leaders. In order to qualify for this competition next season, they are probably going to have to go and win the whole thing. Al-Nassr, though, a sizable obstacle. Esteghlal finished 6th in the league stage, only confirming qualification with a win in Qatar against Al-Rayyan by a couple of goals to nil. It meant they would face Al-Nassr, who finished 3rd in the league stage that was dominated by the 3 Saudi Arabian teams at the top of the league. Well, this is the 4th meeting in Champions League competition between these two. The 1-0 win in the league stage this season was the 2nd win for Al-Nassr. Previously, they met in the group stages way back in 2011. Esteghlal running out 2-1 winners here, while Al-Nassr won the return match 2-1 in Riyadh. So little to choose between them in their head-to-head historically. Esteghlal, though, have a new manager in town. Their latest new manager, Miodrag Bozovic, the Serbian, was appointed literally a day before the Tehran derby that was played here on Thursday. That was a 2-1 win for Persepolis, a tough defeat to take for those Esteghlal supporters, and it ended an unbeaten run of 7 games in all competition. Just a day to prepare for the Tehran derby. He's had less than a week to prepare for the last 16 of the Champions League Elite. Just his 2nd match in charge, Miodrag Bozovic. He's an experienced coach, the 56-year-old. Has won a couple of trophies in Russia and Serbia. But this is the big one. Can he mastermind passage past Al-Nassr? Full of stars from the Saudi Pro League. The likes of Sadio Mane, John Duran, Marcelo Brozovic have all travelled with the squad. The last 16 is the only round where the traditional 2-legged ties will take place. Of course, the league stage, the teams play just 8 matches, just the 1 game against their fellow opposition. But this is traditional home and away, with the 2nd leg in Riyadh at the Kingdom Arena next week. 2 sides then about to make their way out into what is always a fervent atmosphere at the Azadi Stadium. The Iranian national team here, Esteghlal and Persepolis, the big Tehran rivals, both share this stadium. And Esteghlal will be desperate to make the home advantage count this time. It was tight when they met in Dubai, but this is going to be a very tough first leg for Al-Nassr to try and negotiate. 5 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat for Al-Nassr from their 8 group matches. Esteghlal managing just the 2 wins, but were only beaten 3 times. Too many draws was almost costly, but they made it into the top 8 and confirmed qualification on the final match day. Well, the noise, the atmosphere is such you could barely hear the Champions League Elite anthem. This is what away days are all about in continental competition, but there's plenty of experience in this Al-Nassr side. Some fantastic banners being unfurled here. Esteghlal, remember, 9 times champions of Iran. Twice Asian champions, but both in the club championship era. Let's look at the teams then. Esteghlal make just the 1 change from the derby defeat against Persepolis last Thursday, with Ali Reza Kushki starting in place of Mohamed Eslami, who's not involved today. Kushki came off the bench and scored the all-important 2nd goal against IRN to secure a last 16 place last time out on match day 8, after Reza Azadi had scored his only Asian Champions League Elite goal this season. It's been a difficult season, both on the continent and at home for Esteghlal. But in knockout football, they know anything can happen, even in the 2-legged format. Abu Al-Amri of Oman as the referee. Abdullah Jamali of Kuwait leads the 2-man VAR team. So Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't travelled with the Al-Nassr squad, having picked up a slight knock. It's an Al-Nassr side showing 4 changes from Friday's loss against Al-Aroba. Nawaf Bouchal comes into the defence, while Ayman Yahya and Ali Al-Hassan are also brought into the midfield. Ronaldo is out, but the good news, Sadio Mane is back. He didn't feature at the weekend, and he partners John Duran, who's scored 4 in 5 since signing from Aston Villa. He's also picked a red card up domestically in that spell as well, showing the 2 sides of his game already in his first 5 appearances for Al-Nassr. They know, Esteghlal, this is where it needs to happen for them. If they could get some kind of lead to take to Riyadh, you never know. Despite their sporadic, inconsistent form this season, unthinkable really that they lie halfway down the Persian Gulf Pro League table. There is Stefano Pioli, the Italian, in charge of Al-Nassr these days. Took over in September from the Portuguese coach Luis Castro. So the knockout stages of the 24-25 AFC Champions League Elite are underway here in Tehran at the Azadi Stadium. Esteghlal against Al-Nassr, the first leg of this round of 16 tie, which will be decided in Riyadh in a week's time. Esteghlal in the traditional all blue, Al-Nassr all in yellow. Ball clipped forward by Simakan early on. Al-Nassr currently third in the Saudi Pro League, 9 points behind the leaders Al-Ittihad, 4 behind the defending champions Al-Hilal. Header by Al-Hassan. And a chance for Esteghlal to break forward already with Ramin. Too much on that though. The adrenaline bound to be pumping early on here. And Ali Reza Kushki just losing his footing. Throw for Al-Nassr. Touch off by Duran. And now on to Sadio Mane. Champions League winner with Liverpool, Sadio Mane. Knows what it takes to go all the way in continental competition. Here's Angelo. Al-Hassan finds Nawaf in a bit of space, who digs the cross out towards Sadio Mane. The header back by Ramin Razayan. Mane with the touch off, looking for Ayman Yahya. Good early pressure here from Al-Nassr. Nawaf with the cross in, and that's well claimed by Sayed, the Esteghlal goalkeeper and captain. Well, there is Miodrag Bozovic, the new boss of Esteghlal. Talk about a baptism of fire, the Tehran derby in his first match in charge, and now the first leg of a Champions League Elite last 16 knockout tie. No time to settle in. Al-Hassan. Al-Nassr settling down already. Here's Marcelo Brozovic. Well, you can freeze in this kind of atmosphere, but you can also thrive in it as well. Here's Mane. Steps away from one challenge. Al-Hassan. Now Nawaf. Al-Nassr seeing plenty of the ball in these early moments. Brozovic. Space now for Angelo. And now Ndong wins it back for Esteghlal. Here's Ramin. Right back who loves to get forward. He's clipped that one over the top. The chase is on from Mehran. And now it's with the Frenchman, Mohamed Simakan. Al-Hassan. Brozovic. Azadi very much leading the line. Kushki and Mehran will float in behind him. Al-Hassan. You've got bodies forward here with Angelo. And well defended by Ruzbet. At the centre of what is a back five when they don't have the ball, Ruzbet. Old-fashioned type of defender, Ruzbet, who throws his body in the way. Good run by Angelo. Here's Brozovic. And just past the post. Al-Nassr continue to dominate the early moments, and Sayed just trying to calm his teammates down. Angelo's been lively on this near side. Brozovic getting away from Ndong. Could easily have found the corner. Sayed with the goal kick. Stefano Pioli, former coach of Milan, Fiorentina, Inter, Lazio, Bologna, Palermo, Chievo, Sassuolo, the list goes on. He's got quite a long CV. Despite all that experience, this is his first coaching role outside of Italy. Coach who led Milan to the Scudetto in 2022. Salem. Now Mane. Now Hassan out to Nawaf. Brozovic. Al-Hassan, he and Brozovic seeing plenty of the ball in those midfield areas for Al-Nassr. And Salim. Little flick from Mane. Brozovic helps it on to Al-Hassan. Nawaf made the dart in behind. Ambitious effort from there and well off target from Ayman Yahya. '23-year-old midfielder with 13 caps for the Saudi Arabia national team, Ayman Yahya. Part of Al-Nassr's Arab Champions Cup winners in 2023. Have enjoyed AFC success, but you have to go back to 1998 and they're winning the old now defunct Cup Winners' Cup. Saleh underneath that one. Did well to come away with the ball and pick out Mehran. Well, it did look as though they may not make it through at one stage. Esteghlal, they ultimately ended it through at the expense of their city rivals, Persepolis. Finished 2 points above them in the end. Persepolis missing out on goal difference to Paktakor, the side from Uzbekistan, in terms of making it into the top 8. Persepolis exacting a bit of revenge, though, with that 2-1 win here on Thursday in the big derby. There's Ramin. Sends the ball in early, challenged by Duran. Plenty of appeals around this stadium. Now Nassr get on with it, though. Here's Ramin now, doing what he likes to do, getting forward from right back and supporting the attack. Might be difficult to do that this evening. It's going to spend a lot of time defending, you'd imagine. Well, Ramin now in conversation with the referee. Little trip there by Didier Ndong, who is an international for Gabon. There's that challenge from John Duran. See Armin Sorabian almost pleading there with the referee. Now, he had a terrific game against Al Rayyan Kushki. Started on the bench, came on, caused all sorts of problems for the Qatar Stars League side before eventually scoring the all-important second goal. So no surprise to see him in from the start for this one. Al-Fatil. Simakan back to Al-Fatil. All the way back to Bento. Al-Hassan. Brozovic. Clips the ball over the top. It was a decent ball by Brozovic. Just too much on it in the end for Salim Al-Naji, who'd made the run forwards. Such a top player, Marcelo Brozovic. Still only 32. Just one cap shy of the full 100 for Croatia. Reached both the finals of the UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League, losing both of them. Back with Bento. Simakan. Brozovic with the touch off again to Simakan. Now hugging the touchline on this near side. Here's Kushki. Chance to run at Simakan now. Listen to the roar every time Esteghlal get the ball. Terrific support. Armin with the throw. Here's Ndong. Now Ramin. On by Rezavand, key man in the centre of the Esteghlal midfield. Arash Rezavand. Kushki, lovely little turn. Spins away from Nawaf, gets the cross in. Not enough blue shirts in there though, and in the end, Mohamed Al-Fatil able just to chest it back to the goalkeeper, but it's been given away. Ambitious effort. And Bento happy to see it past the post from Mehran. Certainly capable from that sort of range though. Here's Mehran Ahmadi. Lovely turn from Kushki. If he's on the ball, he can create problems for the Al-Nassr defence. Sadio Mane. Now Durant. Here's Armin. Rusbeh. Carrying the ball out. Plays it into Azadi with the outside of the boot. Gets it back, Rusbeh. Here's Mehran. And now Saleh. Mehran. Haven't seen a great deal of the ball in the opening 15 minutes, so this is better from Esteghlal. Here's Rusbeh now with a bit of space. And he was asking too much of Reza Azadi with that ball. Good play, though, from Rusbeh. Bringing the ball out of defence and staying up there to join in with the attack as well. Have to be brave here, Esteghlal. Without overly committing. They know that Al-Nassr are going to have more of the ball. Al-Hassan. Nawaf. Brozovic. Al-Fatil. Now Simakan to Al-Hassan. Tried to clip it through as Angelo made the break. Too many blue shirts in the way though. Good ball from Ndong. And now Ramin with a chance to get forward, the right-sided wing-back. Here's Mehran. Ramin continued the run. Had to check it to avoid being offside. Mehran still going. Still Mehran, and off target. Fabulous, determined run. Seemed as though it was coming to an end when he ran into Mohamed Al-Fatil. But pure determination kept him going. Won the ball back, and that wasn't too far away. Bento mightily relieved to see it going over the top. Well, if there was to be a criticism of Mehran's game, it would be that he doesn't score enough goals. Yet to score in either the Champions League Elite or indeed the Persian Gulf League this season, in 20 appearances in all. Simakan, Brozovic. Now Ayman. Now I've just held his run. Ayman holding the ball, Brozovic. On by Simakan. Angelo loses the ball, Ndong shifts it off to Ramin again, who charges forwards. As Mehran outside him, it's played into the penalty area towards Kushki, who just couldn't get there. Once again, it's with Brozovic. Everything goes through the Croatian midfielder for Al-Nassr. They're not in their best form of the season. They've won just one of their last 4 games. A 2-0 win at Al Wahda. That's played into the box, and it's just away from Sadio Mane. Had won 6 in a row in January, February before the current run of 1 win in 4. Not too far away from that, Mane, was he? Has the rare quality of being a winger that's good in the air, Sadio Mane. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, is no slouch on that front either, even though he's not necessarily a winger anymore, but he certainly was in his earlier career. There's Rafa Silva. Long from the Brazilian. Off the head of Azadi, who did well to head it back to Mehran. Here's Kushki. Chance to run at them again. Clips the ball in instead, and then the header back across is off target by Ramin, the right wing back, who continued his run forwards. Positive couple of breaks though from Esteghlal. Almost an impossible header to get on target from there though. .34 now is Ramin Razayan. Still plenty of energy. 7 goals this season from right wing back. Pretty impressive stuff. Scored in the 3-0 win here against Al Gharafa in the league stage back in September. They've got 3 on the ball here. Well, Reza was waiting for the ball to be delivered, and there was no foul, says the referee on Saleh. And now an opportunity now for Al-Nassr. It's played into John Duran, and it's a great save by Sayed, and followed in and off the line brilliantly by Rusbeh. Ayman can't believe he hasn't scored. Well, sensational defending and goalkeeping all in one move there. John Duran denied by Sayed, the captain, and then Rusbeh heading it off the line when Ayman Yahya seems certain to score the opening goal. Well, something being thrown down there from the stands at Marcelo Brozovic as he was about to take the corner. Well, we like a partisan and fervent atmosphere, but you can do without that. Brozovic walking away. Angelo going across. 20 minutes gone, the first big chance of the game. Here comes the corner, and well claimed by Syed. Kushki. Strong challenge from Nawaf. Well, what a moment that was, the moment of the game so far. And only John Duran, and particularly Ayman Yahya, will know how they didn't score. Cleared by Syed. Saleh. On by Rafa Silva to Armin. Undong. Undong and Rezavan with that battle to win against Brozovic in those central areas. Well, here's that double chance again. That's a good save, but this is the one, the following. Really good save by Syed. Even had time to take a touch and hit it full belt. Superb defending from Ruzbeh. Duran will be disappointed not to score that one. But that is the chance, and that is incredible defending from Ruzbeh Chesmi of Esteghlal. It's back with Bento. Just the third appearance in the Champions League Elite for Ayman Yahya. There's a couple of goals in the Saudi Pro League this season. That really should have been the first of this campaign. Brozovic. Here's Mane. Space for Angelo, clips it through to Duran. And Rafa Silva, the Brazilian defender, getting across. Well, that was the run from Salah Hardami. The free kick wasn't given, and those two big chances came from that for Al-Nassr. Rafa Silva gets it away. Too high for Kushki, strong header by Nawaf. Well played by Ayman, although a risky ball. Across to Salem. Now Hassan back to Al Fatil. Brozovic. Rezavan trying to close him down, but Brozovic shielding the ball well, feeding Angelo, but he loses it. Good skill from Kushki, and he's still going, Kushki. Azadi needs to get up in support. He's a terrific dribbler, Kushki, really skillful. Still going, and the crowd responding. Mehran. It's opened up for the shot from Saleh and tipped away by Bento. Kushki. Too high with the cross though for Azadi. Here's Ramin. Sends the cross back in. Azadi was rising. It was Simakan who got his head to it. And now Nassr get it away, but good pressure from Esteghlal. Terrific strike from Saleh Hardani, the centre-back. Got right through it, was on its way. See the ball move right in the air, right at the end, and Bento had to react. Saleh with the throw. Rafa Silva forwards. Rusber in there as well. It's too high for Rafa Silva. Saleh. And the challenge by Angelo, enough to put him off. Hasn't changed a great deal since coming in. There's Miodrag Bozovic, but hasn't had time to, has he? 2 massive games. His first 2 in charge. And he won't have another game until the second leg of this next Monday. Esteghlal planned weekend fixture with Havadar has been postponed to give them extra prep time. Here's John Duran. Angelo. Back to Duran. Good first touch. It's another good save by Sayed. And in that personal duel between John Duran and Sayed, it is the Esteghlal goalkeeper so far who has come out on top with 2 terrific saves. Here's Nawaf. Brozovic. Ran into Undong. Azadi. He's got away here, doesn't have too much support though. Waits for the cavalry to arrive. Is Rezavant. Yeah, that's a foul. And a free kick to Esteghlal. Well, they're pretty compact, Esteghlal. And you can see on that last attack, therein lies the problem. When Azadi had the ball, he was surrounded by yellow and there wasn't much blue. This was a good move here. Angelo into Duran. And it's that outstretched leg of Syed Hosseini that denies Duran again. .32 Hosseini. Has been at Esteghlal since 2012. One surprise maybe that he only has 11 international caps for Team Melli, the Iranian national team. 4 in the penalty area. And Sadio Mane wins the free kick. Brozovic. Simakan. El Fatil. Touch off by Ayman. Brozovic again. Esteghlal once more. Bodies behind the ball, well organised when they don't have it. Sadio Mane gets it back from Angelo, and then it's gathered by Sayed. Featured in almost every Champions League Elite game this season, Sadio Mane. This is his 8th appearance. 6 goals in 22 in the Saudi Pro League this season. A player who's pretty much won the lot in his career. The Africa Cup of Nations, a highlight with Senegal in 2021. Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League, Club World Cup with Liverpool. Played in 3 UEFA Champions League finals during his time at Liverpool, Sadio Mane. Bundesliga winner with Bayern, although that wasn't a particularly memorable season for him. Collision there off the ball with Nawaf. Here's Kushki. The whistle has gone though, you could hardly hear it in the din inside the Azadi Stadium. Yeah, Ahmed and Nawaf just colliding with each other. The ball nowhere near them in the end. It's a heavy first touch from Nawaf actually, but not sure what Ahmed had in mind there. It's a free kick to Al-Nassar. Half an hour gone, 0-0. The 3 big chances going the way of Al-Nassr, although 2 of them came in one with Duran and Ayman. Duran then denied by Sayed. Brozovic over this free kick. Having to ignore the laser pen that's being shone at him. Clipped in by Brozovic. And Simakan with the header off target. Mohamed Simakan, who began his career with Strasbourg before a move to RB Leipzig, where he spent 3 seasons, for the switch to Al-Nassr for the start of this campaign. Simakan across did well to get there ahead of Ramin, who wins the throw. Here's Mehran. Now Undong. Played forward to Saleh. Ramin. That's not a bad ball in. And Simakan got away with that. It is good to watch the way the likes of Ramin and Saleh get forward, Ruzber as well. Essentially defensive players, but do a pretty good job attacking-wise as well. Mane there trying to dispossess Mehan, but the ball back to Sayed, who hooks it clear. Header on towards Azadi. Brozovic. Now Al Hassan. Simakan. Plenty of space ahead of him, but Kushki tried to close him down. Salem. Back from Brozovic. No way through there for Sadio Mane. Challenge from Saleh Hardani. Clipped in towards Duran. A free header though for Rafa Silva. Heavy touch from Kushki, allowing Ayman to win the ball back for Al-Nassr. Brozovic. Nawaf. He's had a bit of joy down this near side, gets the cross in. Rafa Silva missing the initial clearance. Now Armin. Sends one forward for Kushki to chase. He was always second favourite to get there though. Now Mohamed Al Fatil happy to see it out. Al Hassan. Sadio Mane. It's blocked by Saleh. Esteghlal have actually reached 4 Champions League finals, but not since 1999. All in the forebear of the Asian Club Championship era. Saleh. So Esteghlal very much the club with the continental history in terms of going deep in this competition, even though Al-Nassr start very much as favourites in the tie. Quarterfinals will be made up with 4 teams from the west, 4 teams from the east of Asia. And there will be single-leg ties from the quarterfinals onwards. 2 stadiums in Jeddah will host those finals. What an incentive that is for Al-Ahly, one of the 3 Saudi clubs in this competition that hail from Jeddah. Well, the host city would love to have Al-Ahly there. Salem. Ramin. Clips it across, too high for Azadi. Now Al-Hassan. Brozovic. They're fairly unchallenged in this area of the pitch. Al-Nassr. Esteghlal won't be pulled out of their rather rigid formation in terms of when they don't have the ball. They soon break out of it, though, impressively when they get possession. Brozovic. Here's Al-Hassan. Nawaf. Brozovic trying to switch the play up. Wasn't a particularly good ball, though, to Salem Al-Naji. Mane. Salem. Now Ayman touches it on to Mane. And his touch lets him down. Well, they found Esteghlal very difficult to break through. May well have been offside anyway, Sadio Mane, when you see the replay there. I think he would have been. He didn't know that, though, when he miscontrolled it. The flag does, in fact, go up. First offside of the first half, that. 38 minutes in. Simakan across. That's going to be an Esteghlal throw. They've had 2 or 3 good breaks. Esteghlal, they've worked 2 or 3 good positions, but Bento largely untroubled. One save from that Saleh effort. Saleh with the throw. Plenty of height on that as well. Here's Ayman. Won the Serbian League title with Red Star Belgrade, did Miodrag Bozovic, and led Rostov to the Russian Cup. Armin's throw. Now Rafa Silva. Nawaf wins it back, feeds it to Al-Hassan. Ayman. Now Angelo. Kushki getting back at him. Did enough to put him off, helped out by Didier Ndong. Nawaf with the throw. 5 minutes remaining of the first half. Here's Ayman. Did well to swing the cross in from there. The first touch wasn't the best. Brozovic. Well, surely fouled on the edge of the area. Brozovic, but they play on. Shot from Salem. Here's Mane. And they got away with one there. Esteghlal, that's for certain. It's a clear foul on Brozovic here. Gets his toe to the ball and he's cleaned out on the edge of the box by Rusber Chesmi. Ramin's throw. Azadi, Ramin, Rezavand. Off the head of Simakan. Angelo. Armin gets it away. Another throw, though, for Al-Nassr. After a decent spell for Esteghlal midway through the half, taking control again now, Al-Nassr, as we approach half-time. Al-Fatil. Al-Hassan. Has Nawaf outside him. Ayman trying to stab it on. The ball just keeps coming back, though, to Al-Nassr, because Esteghlal is so deep and there's not really an out ball. Al-Hassan. Mane pointing where he wanted it. Rusber with the header away. Duran trying to turn. Rusber with the challenge. And here's Ramin with a chance to relieve some of the pressure. Undong. Ramin again. Mehran outside him. They've got bodies forward here if they can find the right delivery. Mehran with the ball in. That's going to be a corner. Off the head of the captain, Mohamed Al-Fatil. Willing this ball in, the Esteghlal supporters. It's been a forgettable season, but a deep run into the Champions League Elite would certainly help with that. It's their first corner of the game. Rusber, Rafa Silva, and the centre-forward Azadi. The three main threats in the air for Esteghlal. Whipped in by Ramin. Header away, driven back into the danger zone. Rezavand, who had the shot at the end there for Esteghlal, was blocked away. Pretty painful one by the looks of it as well for Mohamed Al-Fatil. Well, he nailed it into the ground first, but it's just caught him awkwardly and perhaps winded him, Al-Fatil. Wasn't a full-on ball to the stomach. Well, final minute of a first half in which Al-Nassr will be wondering how they haven't got in front, particularly that big chance for Ayman Yahya. John Duran with a couple of sights of the Esteghlal goal that you'd normally expect him to score, but Syed Hosseini has done well in the Esteghlal goal. Their best effort, perhaps, the strike from the centre-back, Saleh. But it was tight between these two. In neutral Dubai, Aymeric Laporte's goal, 9 minutes from time, winning it for Al-Nassr, which will officially go down as an away win for Al-Nassr. It's only their second visit here to play Esteghlal. They were here, what, 2 weeks ago to play Persepolis. 2 minutes to be added on. That was a 0-0 draw, by the way, against Persepolis on match day 8 that resulted in Persepolis exiting the competition. Well, no surprise to see those numbers, and that's been obvious. Al-Nassr dominating the ball. It's what you do with the possession you have that counts, though, and Esteghlal have been a threat. Here's Kushki. He in particular, when he runs at the Al-Nassr defence, has them at panic stations. Hasn't had enough of the ball though, that's the problem. Saleh with the throw, he can get distance on these. He's going for an extra long run up this time. Set piece is crucial to Esteghlal hopes, really. In it goes. Oh, a neat little back heel from Ayman Yahya. Al-Hassan. Sadio Mane will chase this one. And Sadio Mane challenging the goalkeeper and puts it wide. Well, Sayed suggested he was fouled, not sure he was. Sadio Mane had every right to go for that. And it's another big let-off for Esteghlal. Hopeful ball forward more than anything. But they got in a bit of a tangle there. Did Mehran and Sayed. And Sadio Mane just rolling at the wrong side of the post. I'm not sure there's much contact there from Mane on Sayed. Maybe that, yeah, just in the ribs. When you see it from that angle, probably wouldn't have stood. The decision was goal kick, but that would, of course, been looked at much more closely had he rolled the ball into the back of the net. So a competitive opening 45 minutes. Al-Nassr, as expected, dominating the ball. Esteghlal still looking dangerous when they get the chance to counter, the likes of Kushki and Mehran and Ramin when he gets forward. The big chances, though, falling for Al-Nassr. Duran denied a couple of times by Sayed. The big chance, Ayman Yahya seeing his effort headed off the line by Ruzbeh. At half-time, though, it is Esteghlal 0, Al-Nassr 0. Welcome back to the Azadi Stadium. No goals between Esteghlal and Al-Nassr. This round of 16, first leg. And Esteghlal get the second half underway then. And a couple of close shaves in that first half. Esteghlal, Sayed and Ruzbe getting them out of trouble. Al-Nassr, though, utterly dominant in terms of possession of the ball. Still, we await the first goal of the knockout stages of this season's competition. Mehran. Here's Ramin. Space on the far side to deliver in towards Kushki, who couldn't quite control it. And it looks as though Esteghlal have made a change, actually. Joel Kojo looks as though he's come on for the Iranian side. It's been a good away performance so far from Stefano Pioli's team. Esteghlal sight of the Al-Nassr goal kept at a minimum. Undong. Touch on here. Kojo with the ball back. Saleh with the cross in, and then the header over the top from Armin, the left wing back, who ghosted in unnoticed. But a bright start to the second half from Esteghlal. It looks as though Reza Azadi is the player who's made way for Kojo. Fairly ineffective in the first half. Kojo is a more mobile attacker. Undong. Kojo, a player who was born in Accra in Ghana, but is an international for Kyrgyzstan. Played in Kyrgyzstan for a few seasons before the switch to Uzbekistan, and then on to Iran with Esteghlal, a January signing. Ramin in conversation here with the referee. So too now Mir Dragbozovic. Brozovic with the free kick. Here's Simakan. Fabulous scene, and on that far side over there, the banners waving, the fans singing. Desperate that Esteghlal takes some kind of advantage back to Riyadh next week for the second leg. Here's Brozovic. Ayman Yahya trying to force a way through. Ruzbek clears for Esteghlal up towards Kojo. No chance of getting on the end of that, Saleh. And the second Champions League Elite performance for Kojo. He scored in his first, a 1-1 draw here with Al-Shorta of Iraq in the league stage. Love him to have a similar effect here. Here's Mehran. Now Ramin. Kojo ahead of him. It's certainly a more mobile attack now with Kojo and Kushki. Armin with the delivery in! Oh, and the header just past the post by Ramin. The biggest chance so far for Esteghlal. Really bright start to the second half. Armin's delivery, one wing back to another, and when it left the head of Ramin, it looked as though it was destined for the corner. Big chance for Esteghlal. And the goal at that end is certainly living a charmed life, isn't it, when you consider the Al-Nassr chances in the first half. And now Ramin and Armin have both missed headed opportunities for Esteghlal at the start of the second half. Foul on Mane from Saleh. Saleh was looking for, Mane was looking for it a bit as well, wasn't he? Felt the mirror's contact and went down. Salem. Well, the Esteghlal fans responding to the bright start to this second half that their team have made. Salem. Ayman. Oh, was that a handball by Rafa Silva? It seemed to strike the arm. Nawaf with the cross in. Mane pulls it down, and it's a good save by Sayed. They're going to be having a look at that handball from Rafa Silva. It's so close though, isn't it? When it's flicked on by Angelo. Classic Mane first touch. Would be extremely harsh to give that, I think. The game is going on. Ramin with the throw. There's an extra tempo about Esteghlal at the start of this second half. They won't want to go to Al-Nassr level and make it effectively a one-off game as it is these days with no away goals. And there's the Rafa Silva handball appeal again. On by Al-Hassan. Space to work with here for Angelo. Armin. Now Rafa Silva. Headed down by Salah. Mane helps it on to Ayman. Mane looking for Duran, cleared by Ramin. Here's Ndong. Rusbet. Kojo chasing after this one and did well to get there. And that's exactly why he was brought on. That's the kind of ball that, in fairness, Reza Azadeh wouldn't get to. He's very much the target man. Now they have Kushki and Kojo to deal with, far more mobile strikers. And it's had an effect already. Two big chances for Esteghlal in the opening 5 minutes of this second half. Here's Ayman. He's gone down under the challenge of Saleh. There's been one or two tasty challenges from those in blue. Here's Rafa Silva. And why not? They're very much the underdogs. Esteghlal have to use every advantage they can. Ramin wasn't a bad first touch. Salem did enough though. Don't think Al-Nassr were expecting this at the start of the second half. Esteghlal have really come out and gone at them. 2020, by the way, the last time an Iranian team made it all the way to the final. That was Esteghlal Iranian rivals Persepolis, who were beaten by Ulsan Hyundai in the final. They also lost to Kashmir Antlers 2 years earlier in 2018, Persepolis. Touch off towards Rezavand from Saleh. Ayman, away by Mane. Zobahan also made the final in 2010, beaten by Songnam Ilhwa Chunmur of Korea. Angelo. Oh, the cross in, just too high for Duran. Ayman hits it. And blocked away by Mehran. Here's Ramin. Ramin makes a storming run forward. The chase is on here. And Salim did well, had to go to ground to ensure he got there first. But Esteghlal continue this early pressure, and suddenly Stefano Pioli is looking concerned. Ramin's throw for Esteghlal. Undong. Here's Ruzbet. Brozovic wins the challenge, plays it over the top for John Duran. Oh, Sayed tips it away. The young Colombian just not getting enough height on the lob. It was the right finish. And for the third time, he's denied by Sayed Hosseini. No exaggeration to suggest that John Duran could have had a hat-trick here. Corner for Al-Nassar. Now Fatil forward. Simakan up there as well. Everybody back for Esteghlal when they're defending set pieces. No suggestion of leaving even one player upfield. Here's Salim. Nawaf. Simakan. Trying to draw Esteghlal out. Kojo the furthest forwards. Now Hassan to Simakan. Now Nassr would love to join Al-Hilal and Al-Ittihad as Saudi clubs who have been champions of Asia. Al-Hilal have managed it 4 times, Al-Ittihad twice. Well, there's that Duran chance again. It sat up perfectly, didn't it? Knew what he wanted to do. Didn't get the height. And Sayed able to tip it away and deny Duran for the 3rd time. Terrific contest this, it's just lacking a goal. Plenty of big chances. Ruzbet's header. Too much on that for Mehran. Salem, Mane's little flick to Ayman. Mane always second favourite, and listen to the roar as the challenge came in from Saleh. Here's Ramin. He feels he was fouled there by Ayman. .63 caps for Iran, Ramin. He's crossed the Tehran divide, Ramin. He was formerly of Persepolis, 2 former spells actually at Persepolis. Ended up at Esteghlal after 2 seasons at Sepahan in between. Clip forward by Sayed. Ramin beaten to that by Salem. Here's Ramin again though. Ruzbeh. Couldn't keep that in play. A throw to Al-Nassar. Two spells with Esteghlal. Ruzbeh. Just a season away in between with Salal in the Qatar Stars League. One of those players that home supporters absolutely love, gives it all for the club. Nawaf. So good ball in, Mane at the back post, just couldn't control it, just skipped away. Inside the last half an hour, 0-0 wouldn't be the worst result for Al-Nassr. They would prefer a lead, of course. Esteghlal will desperately want some kind of lead for the return leg. Well, if they do progress to the quarter-finals, this will be the last time that Al-Nassr will have to set foot outside Saudi Arabia in this competition. The second leg at home, and then the quarter-finals onwards, all played in Jeddah. Armin's throw. Rafa Silva. Header away by Nawaf. It's been a much better second half from Esteghlal. Haven't allowed Al-Nassr to dictate the tempo of the game the way they did in the first. Header on by Kojo, looking for Kushki, he was caught there. Yeah, he was offside. Simakan back to Bento. Now Fatil. Simakan. Al-Hassan. Amazing how the modern day players take risks that would have been considered unimaginable 20 years ago. Rule number 1 was not playing the ball across your own penalty area. Ramin. Here's Mehran. Rosavan's attempted cross is blocked behind. It's a corner for Esteghlal. Just their second of the contest, the first coming towards the end of the first half. Bento on his toes, Ramin to deliver. Kojo trying to find a bit of space for himself in there. Tipped in by Ramin, well claimed by Bento. Terrific goalkeeping from the Brazilian. Moved directly to Al-Nassr from Atlético Paranaense in Brazil. Brozovic. Here's Ayman. Al-Hassan helps it on. Now Ayman with a little bit of space. Into Durant. Esteghlal closing ranks again though. Salem. Al-Fatil to Simakan. On by Brozovic. Now off all the way back to Bento. Ayman. Sadio Mane. Duran makes his way towards the edge of the penalty area. Mane goes on the outside, clips it across with too much height on it. Armin with the header away. And given away by Kushki to Angelo. And then one back brilliantly by Rezavan, and here's Kojo. Faced up by Simakan. Bundong. Ramin again. He's been driving this team forward from the right wing-back position. Impressive display again from him. Here's Ndong. Mehran. Rafa Silva. Now Armin. Another attacking wing-back, Armin, but hasn't been quite as effective as Ramin on this near side. Kojo running into Simakan, who takes it away. Duran fed it to Brozovic, who lost it to Mehran. And Mehran went for the curler, but got underneath it. But the work rate is terrific from Esteghlal. They're not allowing Al-Nassr a second's piece on the ball. Mehran taking that away from Brozovic, but it was a poor attempt from there. Mane wins the throw. Here's Al-Fatil. Ayman always the favourite to get there first. Al-Hassan. Well, there was only one goal in it when they met in the league stage. Will it be the same again here in the first leg of this round of 16 tie? Mane's header. Duran gets it back from Angelo and hits the post. Well, he beat Syed to it in the end. The goalkeeper seemed to be the favourite. And having finally got the better of Syed, he's denied by the post this time, John Duran. 0-0 here with Persepolis inside this stadium a couple of weeks back on the final match day of the league stage, facing the same fate here against the other tenants at the Azadi Stadium. Brozovic. Ayman. Angelo, that's blocked by Rafa Silva. Not for the want of trying though, is it, Al-Nassr? They've passed up some great opportunities. Mane's header, the 1-2 with Angelo from Duran. Syed thought it was going out, misjudged it. The angle was tight, and he very nearly squeezed it in, the Colombian striker. By no means the finished product yet, John Duran, but what a prospect. Al-Nassr's first choice, by the way, was Darwin Núñez from Liverpool, but when it emerged that Liverpool would turn down the offer for Darwin Núñez, Arne Slot not wanting to be left short for the remainder of the English Premier League season and the UEFA Champions League, they turned their attention to John Duran and managed to get him out of Aston Villa. And he's repaid them with 4 goals in 5 games and should have added to that tonight, really. So Mahran makes way. And he's replaced by Masharapov. Throw for Al-Nassr. Angelo. Mane. That's a foul by Sadio Mane. So Jaladin Mashaparov is on. An international for Uzbekistan, who joined Esteghlal last year. Former player, by the way, of Al-Nassr, played for them between 2021 and 23, 2 goals in 40 appearances. Now Masharapov facing his former employers. Salem with the throw. Heavy touch from Angelo. Armin. Rezavan helps it on. Clipped over the top for Kushki to chase. Brozovic. Well, no goals, but it's flown by. It's been a very watchable contest. Heading towards the final quarter of an hour. Here's Mohamed Simakan. Can either side grab a goal to give them the slight edge ahead of the all-important second leg next week? Just shows the importance of finishing higher in the group. The top 4 teams in the league get the home advantage for the second leg. Al Fatal. Al Hassan. Angelo. Showed too much of it to Rusber, who hacks it clear. Simakan. It's been a much stronger second half for Esteghlal, but you just wonder if they're beginning to run out of steam a little bit now. Al-Nassr seeing much more of the ball again. Here's Brozovic. Mane. Salem. Mane again. Al Fatal. Clipped over the top for Nawaf, who's made the run forwards. And well defended by Rahman. John Duran suggesting there was a handball in there. Great run by Nawaf. He was trying to feed it into Duran, but got it wrong, and Rahman was there just to chest it back to say it. Al Fatal. Well, Esteghlal, as I was saying, have the benefit of a week off in between the legs. Their domestic game cancelled, whereas Al-Nassr have to entertain Al-Shabaab on Friday evening before the second leg next Monday. Angelo. Ayman to Brozovic. Croatian loses out though. Rezovan with the header on. Masharapov. Masharapov again into Undong. Measured ball to Ramin. It was well defended by Salem. Kushki's flick. Ramin. Good turn away from Mane. No free kick. Well, the home fans adamant that Saleh was brought down on the edge of the box, and now the counter is on with Angelo. Brozovic forward, Duran in there as well. Here is John Duran! And again he fails to score. Lovely swift counter. 2-on-2. Angelo picking out Duran. Onto the left foot, but off target. Did he get his fingertips to that, Said? Looked as though he just missed it at full speed, but maybe he did tip it round the post. He did. It's a corner. Wesley, meanwhile, has come on for Al-Nassar to replace Angelo. Not the best corner in the world, and easily defended by Esteghlal. Wesley, who's a Brazilian under-20 international, he's only 19, joined Al-Nassr from Corinthians. Here is Wesley. And they have another corner. His 7th appearance in the Champions League Elite this season, Wesley. Does have a goal to his name in the 5-1 win against Al Ain. Here comes the corner, the header flicked on. And just past the post. Half a chance for Mohamed Al Fatil, the Al-Nassr captain. It remains 0-0. All the way back to Bento. Brozovic. Mane. Well, he and Duran were both taken down there in separate incidents. It's a free kick to Al-Nassr. Yeah, it's a poor challenge from Rezovan, actually. He's lucky not to get a yellow card for that. Nowhere near the ball. Could be another test for Sayed Hosseini coming up. He's passed them all so far. The only one he didn't, Duran at the post. Duran fancies this. We've seen him score some spectacular goals. Brozovic there as well. It's way out though, isn't it? It's going to be Duran. And Sayed fully expecting a shot, I think, from the young Colombian. Duran does hit it. Straight into the face, though, of Rafa Silva. Actually, when you see the replay, he got his head to that. He's just trying to buy a bit of time, although he does hit a pretty firm ball, John Duran. Even on the forehead, it's got to hurt. Well, if this does finish 0-0, you wouldn't imagine the second leg tactics would change any for Esteghlal. They probably would be the happier of the two sides if they got it all the way to a penalty shootout. 10 minutes to go, not discounting a winner yet for either team. Both teams have passed up chances, though. On another night, John Duran could easily have been celebrating at least a hat-trick. Ndong gives the ball back to Al-Nassar. And they start again with Al-Fatil. Simakan. Salem back to Al-Hassan. Brozovic with the foot in. It's a lovely ball to Wesley. Plays it to Mane. He was just unable to bend it away from Sayed. It's going to take a special finish to beat the Esteghlal captain tonight. Certainly earned his money this evening, Sayed Hosseini. Simakan's header. Played back by Masharapov. Armin whips the cross in there. Well, Bento didn't know whether to stay or come for the cross. In the end, he opted to stay, but there was nobody in there in blue. Stefano Pioli's frustrated at how easily the ball was delivered into the box by Armin. Saudi Pro League Manager of the Month, by the way, in January, as Al-Nassr embarked on that good run. 6 wins in a row. Ramin plays it into Kojo, but just too much on it. Be interesting to see how they said about the second leg in terms of their lineup, Esteghlal, because they have looked better with Kojo in attack with Kushki. Now giving away the threat in the air of Reza Azadi from set pieces, but the fact of the matter is they haven't won that many. Here's Wesley. Ndong with the foot in. Mane picks up the loose ball. Appeals again for a handball, but Ramin brings it away. Saleh with the initial block that they were suggesting may have hit an arm. Ramin. Rezavand. Here's Ndong. Armin out to Masharapov. Armin continues the run, too much on it though. Nice spot by Masharapov, just overplayed it. Here's the challenge at the other end from Saleh. Here's the back of his bicep, but never going to get a penalty for that. It's a good tackle initially. Al-Fatil. Six minutes plus stoppages to go. Still goalless. Not sure how, but it is. Here's Mane. Nawaf. Brozovic. On by Ayman. One big factor in the second leg, of course, the return of Ronaldo. Brozovic has crossed Duran's header. And the flag was up anyway. Now, you can't help but feel if Ronaldo was playing tonight that Al-Nassr probably would have got the breakthrough. Frightening prospect for Esteghlal that they could be facing Mane, Duran and Ronaldo in the second leg. He's got a week to work it out, though. Mane. Salem. Clipped forward by Al-Fatil. Musharrapov. Here's Kushki. Ramin outside him. Kushki might go alone and fires it straight at Bento. Well, the runs of Ramin cause all sorts of problems, even when he hasn't got the ball. His mere presence opening up the gap for Kushki to utilise. Here he is again, Kushki. Ramin has stayed forwards. Musharrapov. Oh, what was Armin doing? Well, he didn't look Musharrapov, but he had every right to expect that Armin would have been in the position he played the ball into. There's the run of Ramin. It just opened up enough of a gap for Kushki to come in field and hit it goalwards. Just too central, though, in the end with the effort. Simakan. Now Brozovic. Kojo almost took it away from him. Now our forwards. Ayman loses out to Armin. But it is a Al-Nassr throw. Heading for the first ever draw between these two. 2 wins for Al-Nassr, 1 for Esteghlal in the previous 3. Mane. Decision went against him. Rusber takes it quickly. Here's Kushki. Musharrapov in space. Oh, Kushki held onto it for too long and Ayman Yahya took it away from him. Oh, poor touch though from Wesley. Here's Saleh. Now Ramin gets the cross in. Kojo's header! Just wide. Difficult header, in fairness to him, to get it on target. Lovely ball by Ramin, but he just had to take a step back and crane his neck slightly. Simakan was the wrong side of him. And just the wrong side of the post from Joel Kojo. Quite a way wide, actually, when you see it from that angle. It looked closer from this side. Well, the possession percentage dropping some 7% for Al-Nassr in the second half. That's been obvious. Much better second half from Esteghlal. Here's Wesley. Bit of space now to deliver. I think he's carried that over, though. That should be a goal kick. It's been a great game. As I said earlier, a goal is the only thing it's been missing. Scoreline doesn't always tell the whole story, and it certainly hasn't here. Both teams have had chances, 1 or 2 gilt-edged as well, that on another day you would expect to have been taken. Only John Duran will know how he's finished this game, if he does so, without another goal to his tally. Well played by Musharrapov. Armin. Musharrapov again to Rezavant. Now Af did well, carries it away, tried to release John Duran. Rafa Silva getting in the way, and it's back with Didier Ndong. As we move into the last minute of the regulation 90, all eyes on the 4th official. Clipped forward by Sayed. Ramin. Kojo. Ramin again. Musharrapov in space. Clips the cross in, tipped away by Bento. 3 of them in there in blue for Esteghlal. Musharrapov's done well since coming on. Oh, strong challenge on Al-Hassan. It's been a highly competitive game, and not a single yellow card has been shown this evening. Got the ball, Armin. Well, there's that last delivery again, and Bento did enough. Just had to get something on it to slap it away from Kojo, who had risen highest. Just 2 minutes added on. Sign really of how the game has flowed. Managers for once not overdoing the substitutions either, just Musharrapov and Kojo on for Esteghlal, Vesely for Al-Nassar. Undong. Rezavant. Now Rusbet. Well, in the days of away goals, quite often a 0-0 home draw wasn't the worst result in the world if you could go away and nick one. And this effectively now turns this into a 90-minute match in Riyadh with home advantage for Al-Nassr. Unless Ramin, Musharrapov, oh, Saleh couldn't deliver. And he's getting a mouthful from his teammates as well, especially Musharrapov and Ramin. Holds his hand up in apology. That may well have been their last chance to put Al-Nassr under pressure in their own penalty area. It does finish goalless, and a two-legged tie effectively becomes a one-legged tie with home advantage for Al-Nassr at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh in a week's time. Just the second game in charge for Miodrag Bozovic was always going to be difficult. Both teams had big chances. The scoreline doesn't tell the full story. It was a great match, and we look forward to the second leg next week. But it's finished here in Tehran. Esteghlal 0, Al-Nassr 0.
ها میگه داره، میگه صدا داره، میگه داره صدا. آره 1 2 3 1 2 3 تست 1 2 3 تست. گفتی من میرم. بریم. روز به خسته نباشی. چطور بود جو ورزشگاه بازی و اینکه یه بازی دیگه هم داریم تو عربستان، بازی برگشت؟
اول یه خسته نباشی من بگم به هواداران و بازیکنان، واقعا سنگ تموم گذاشتن، هوادارمون سنگ تموم گذاشتن، تو این سرما اومدن حمایت کردن، ولی نتیجه اونجوری که باید شاید نبود، نتونستیم خوشحالشون کنیم. دمشون گرم، ممنونیم ازشون، ولی یه 90 دقیقه دیگه داریم توی عربستان، ان شاءالله تلاش میکنیم که اونجا نتیجه باید رو بگیریم و با دعای مردم تلاش بچه‌ها ان شاءالله مرحله بعد صعود کنیم.
با وجودی که مساوی شد ولی ببینید که دارن تشویق میکنن استقلال رو، به نظرت علتش چیه؟
به ما همیشه لطف داشتن، فکر میکنم دیدم بچه‌ها هر چی تو توان داشتن گذاشتن، فقط نتیجه اون چیزی که باید نبود. ممنونیم ازشون، دمشون گرم، ان شاءالله بازی برگشت بتونیم نتیجه خوب بگیریم که خوشحال بشن.
مرسی روزبه.
تمام.
نه تمام.
تموم شد.